can't even believe this. I drove all the way to Dallas for this date.
So did I. What can I get you to drink?
A yoo-hoo yeehaw, please.
Be right back. He pointed a finger at her. Do not let anybody sit in my chair. She tossed her purse into it.
I'll guard it with my life.
When he returned with her frozen drink and another beer for him, he lifted his bottle. They clinked glasses. To blind dates, he said.
To blind dates,
she echoed.
May this one be my last.
Chuckling, he took a long swig. So what's with the Claire Johnson nom de plume?
I never give out my real name for blind dates. What's with the Benedict who has no last name?
Wasn't on purpose. An old college buddy of mine knew somebody who knew somebody. My last name must have gotten lost in the shuffle. Who set you up?
An old roommate of the married brother of a bridesmaid I met at a wedding last month.
Leaning back, he propped an ankle on his knee and gave her a once-over. Kizzy owned the get-the-hair-out-of-here beauty salon in HONKY and was the go-to person for wedding parties who wanted their hair and makeup done. As such, she knew the value of never going anywhere without looking like she'd just stepped out of a photo shoot. Not even to the grocery store, and it had brought her plenty of business. He couldn't remember the last time he'd seen her looking anything other than picture-perfect. Her face was creamy smooth with a generous brush of pink on her high cheekbones. It was her eyes, however, that were his favorite. Sometimes blue, sometimes gray, she always managed to wear her makeup in a way that brought out their color. Short, thick, layered hair streaked with several variations of blonde and brown stripes gave her a fun, sporty look that plenty of women envied and plenty of guys admired. You look fantastic as usual, he said. Your phantom Benedict would have had to pick his jaw up off the floor after meeting you. I wish I could have just one blind date with somebody who not only looked like you, but who was as fun as you. She lifted a brow.
You are on a blind date with somebody who looks like me and who's fun like me.
He laughed. So I am. She took a sip through her straw, her too long-to-be-real eyelashes sweeping down over her cheeks. He wondered, not for the first time, how girls managed to keep those things on. Still, they might be false, but he was a sucker for them. Thought they were as sexy as hell. So how's the salon business these days? He asked, settling in.
Really good. The town's growing, and so is Get the Hair Out of Here's clientele. I'm hiring another stylist this month.
Yeah, that's great. Good for you. She tilted her head.
How's BRR&D?
He smiled at the abbreviated name the locals had given Bradford Renovation, Real Estate, and Design. Their office was just around the town square from Kizzy's place. Ben and his brother Trey did the renovating. Their brother Paul did the real estate, and Trey's wife Zoe handled all the interior design. Busy as hell, he said. But I don't want to talk about work. Tell me instead why a beautiful woman like you is driving all the way to Dallas for a blind date. She shook her head.
You go first?
He didn't even have to think about it. The dearth of eligible women in honky-tonk. She gave him a knowing look.
That and the fact that either you or your brother Shane has slept with almost every single one of them?
He held up his hands. Don't lump me into the same category as Shane. He's in a class all by himself. Besides, I never kiss and tell. You know that.
Actually, I don't.
He jerked back. Have we never kissed? Swirling her drink with her straw, she scanned the bar.
Nope.
The rise and fall of voices had picked up in the last half hour as more and more patrons crowded into the double-wide. He racked his brain, trying to remember, but couldn't think of one time he and Kizzy had been intimate. How had he let that happen? He gave her a wicked once-over. Well, I'm totally willing to rectify that. She scoffed.
As if.
He pressed a hand to his heart. Now you're just being mean. She rolled her eyes.
Considering your ego is even bigger than your Paul Bunyan friend.